How's it going? This is going to be a brief video on the initial seasoning process of a Stumps Baby XL. When you first receive the cooker, it probably will come without the ball valve attached. The ball valve goes right there. Inside the firebox, you'll find the ball valve along with the Guru adapter. If you choose to use a Guru or a Stoker. If you use the Guru, it's one less thing you have to buy. And on the inside, you will find of course the 4 racks, which measure approximately 19 by 21 inches. You'll find your 4-inch deep grease pan, along with the keys that go in the lockable slam latch if you chose to get that upgrade. I'll be back here in just a second. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and install the ball valve. This is what controls the airflow into the firebox here. Go ahead and shut the firebox. And it's pretty much a no-brainer installing this. There's only one way it can go on. You just want to make sure when you're putting this on that you make sure the threads are lined up. And then you can choose which way you want the on-off switch, or the valve I should say. If you want it on the top, which is pretty much a standard side, however you like it, you can put it to your liking. Alright, the next step in the process is going to be to clean out all the machinings from the manufacturing process. So I like to obviously take all the grates out. Once you have the grates out, you can go ahead and use a shop vac or whatever type of vacuum system you have. Probably having a brush on the end where you can kind of work it and make sure you get all the little fine pieces of metal vacuumed up would be the best route to go. I got to go get the shop vac set up. It's just me making this, don't have any assistants, so give me a minute. I'll be back and we'll go ahead and get the cook chamber all vacuumed out and get ready to go on with the next process. Alright, I'm back. I just vacuumed it out, and now I'm going to just take some shop rags I got lying around, just kind of make sure I got all the little fine dust. When you do yours, be careful. There was a little bit of slag from the manufacturing process, and I didn't get that on camera, but when I first came around I just had one rag earlier, and when I wiped it, snagged me in the finger, so just be careful. You know, these are all handmade, so just keep that in mind. Alright, next step is going to be to use whatever vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever type of oil, minus motor oil obviously, but whatever cooking oil you'd like to use to season. I like canola oil. I've had good luck with it on my other Stumps, and that's what I'm going to choose to use on this one. So I'm going to go get that. I'll be back and we'll go over doing that. Got my canola spray. I like the Bakers and Chef brand. It's a Sam's Club product. Whatever you guys choose to use, I'm sure it would be just as good, but this is what I personally like to use. What you want to do is make sure you get a nice coating on the entire cook chamber, because this is kind of, think of it as cast iron. This is going to be the protectant that keeps all the metal from rusting and make your smoker last a really, really long time. As you're spraying, obviously you'll see the metal, it's dry, so when you spray it you're going to see it get wet, so that's kind of a guide to help you make sure you're getting a uniform coating. A quick point to make sure wherever there's welds, which, you know, obviously there's a few of them in here, make sure you really get a good coating on. I mean, you don't have to have where it's running down the side, but, you know, just make sure you get all the nooks and crannies. Alright, the next thing we're going to coat is going to be the actual cooking racks themselves. I've just got a paver here with the rack set up on, that way I can spray it, flip it, and spray the other side. I used a towel and wiped them down. I didn't get that on video, but make sure you wipe them down first and just prop them up, or whatever method works best for you, and go ahead and get a good coat on them. Just like doing the cook chamber, make sure you get all the little nooks. Being that this is expanded metal here, just coat it the best you can, because as previously mentioned, this initial seasoning is going to set the foundation for a long lifespan of your cooker. You know, like cast iron, you got to keep it protected so it doesn't rust. Well, this is the same concept. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and flip this one over. We'll get the back side. And on the back side, you'll notice this is where they have the expanded metal welded. So, you know, make sure you get all the weld areas sprayed down good. And we'll go from there. Alright, we've got the first rack done. I've got 3 others to do. I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and I'll get the rest of them. Starting your fire, there's a bunch of ways you can do it. Some people like using a charcoal chimney. I personally don't like dumping hot, charcoal right in your face, basically. So I do the method using the charcoal chute as a chimney. I put probably about a chimney's worth of charcoal in there, and then I've got a weed burner here that I bought from Tractor Supply hooked up to my barbecue grill tank, and I'll just light it, get it going, leave the top of the chute open for a little bit so it works as a natural chimney. Once you get a good bed of coals going, then you can go ahead and add the rest of your charcoal. Alright, as you can see, it doesn't take very long. Once you get the bottom going, it's it's going to go. Heat's rising, it's pulling the air through, and I'm not sure if you saw, you probably couldn't hear with the torch going, but I like taking some heavy-duty aluminum foil, folding it up, and making a little piece just to go on where the charcoal chute door at the top closes. That way it keeps your gasket nice, keeps all the crap from building up on top of the, or I should say the bottom of the door up there. So this is just personal preference. I would recommend it if you're not doing it and you've got buildup on the top. Well, this is a way to stop that from continuing. Up here is where I put the the aluminum foil on top of the charcoal chute here. Like I said, this is just personal preference. I recommend it. It keeps the gasket nice. Alright, here we are with the finished product. I let the smoker season for probably about 6 hours, running at between 350 and 375 degrees. I was just using the ball valve, so we had a little bit of a fluctuation in temperature, but nothing drastic. Also, during the seasoning process, using extra wood chunks in the firebox is not a bad thing in my opinion. The smoke and the oil, the canola oil, really work magic on the inside of the cooker. You can see it's got a nice sheen here. Let me pull one of the racks out. They're coated really good. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Sorry if it was a little long-winded in some portions. For more information on these cookers, check out stumpssmokers.com. And if you'd like to follow me, it's facebook.com/full bull barbecue. Alright, thank you very much.